Nobody's me. Nobody's me. No. Yes. Sit down. Thank you. Not about to do this. Go sit down, Mir.
Boris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
Now, here is Smith. Randall outside. Five on the clock. And he converts the layup.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense, Greg, there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Pass to Tatum. From deep three-point range. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. New York with the ball. Smith with it. He's picked up by Walker. Down low. Here's Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open. Let me make the game easy for him.
Walker taking his time here. Over Smith. Walker's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Barrett. Here's Randall. Basket counts.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Up top, Walker. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now here is Smith. Randall outside. Robinson left side. And the dunk by Robinson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Brown. Back to Walker. Can they get it? And he overshot that one, missing. New York leading by 8. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Knox. He's covered by Brown. Smith with it. Randall down low. Over Tatum. Randall no good.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
To the inside. It's stolen by Barrett. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And finished off by Robinson.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Now here's Randall. And Cantor pulls it down.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And here's Brown outside.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Inside. Knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. Brown, good.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And when you think about Brad Stevens, he has one thing he cites quite often. The quote is, toughness is being able to physically and emotionally perform your task through any condition. And boy, when you think about his teams, they have embodied that for most of his tenure.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And Doris, the Celtics seem like they lost a bit of that resiliency and some of that composure last season. How do you think they get that back?
I think, Kevin, it has to begin with their leaders. Those are the players you expect to set the tone with toughness and togetherness.
Now here's Walker. Here's Tatum. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, this guy is used to scoring in tight situations with bodies around him. How about Jason Tatum maintaining his concentration?
It's stolen by Brown. Here's Walker. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got 5.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And pick and roll is huge in today's game. Barrett realizing what to do in those sets.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. There's Walker with the 3.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Smith with it. Pass to Randall. Over Williams. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Now here's Walker. He's got 5. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Barrett. From the baseline. It's good.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Now here's Walker. 16 feet away. Rebounded by Knox. And so it's New York with it. To the paint. Barrett. And a missed layup. Celtics trail by 7. And here's Walker outside. Up again. And Cantor able to finish.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Ntilikina looking it over. No good that time. And it's Boston the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside Tatum. Launches it. Buries the long-range jumper. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead.
This, to me, is an area that Jason Tatum really worked on. That three-pointer now one of the most dangerous aspects of his game.
The shot's good from Ntilikina. Now here's Walker. He has 5. Good on the bucket. Walker's got 7 points in the game.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Barrett. And Boston with the rebound. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
To the left side wing. Pass to Knox. It's tipped.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots.
And stolen by Portis. And here's Barrett. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Outside, Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Now here's Walker. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Back to Walker. Gibson with the steal. Here's Portis. Rebounded by Langford. Boston trailing. Outside, Walker. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this past summer was Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
And rightfully so, Kevin. With Kemba, a point guard who is in his prime, he's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
Morris outside. Pass to Ntilikina. 6 to shoot. They need this. Good.
Well, That takes tremendous body control from Frank Ntilikina. Even with a physical defensive player, he stays composed.
Now, here's Canty. And here's Walker outside. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers. But not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
And for the length of Bobby Portis, he's sure to provide a bit of fire when he's on the floor.
Well, Portis is never afraid to mix it up with the opponent or sometimes his own guys. This guy plays with a passion that maybe isn't for everyone, but boy, it does spark his teams.
Here's Edward. No good with the triple.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Trier. Here's Ntilikina. Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for the Boston Celtics. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action after this word. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Celtics, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Ntilikina. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
And Langford has it in the corner. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Hayward. Good work defensively by Morris.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And Hayward with the stuff.
Gordon Hayward has an exceptional ability to get out on the break. This guy's a terrific athlete who the defense has trouble staying in front of.
And they pick up 2. Ntilikina's got 8 points. A tight game here in New York. They host the 76ers after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And Langford has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. The shot. Ntilikina can't hit.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
So it's the Knicks now. After Romeo Langford's 3-pointer that didn't go. Morris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Hayward with some nice D. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Edwards. To the middle. Here's Tice. It's rebounded by Portis. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Now Gibson. Williams with the block. And they get it back. It's stolen by Tice. Here's Hayward. Over to the left wing. Edwards. Boston again missing. Pass to Gibson. Here's Ntilikina. Back to Gibson. Over Edwards. That misses off the backboard. Boston trailing. Hayward left side. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And New York making a change here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now Smith. Here's Trier. Rebound by Williams.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Here's Trier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Randall with the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Okay.
To the left wing. Here's Langford. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. New York leading by 3. Pass to Randall. Trier from long range. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Is y'all clothes picked up off the floor?
Got himself going there.
Go get y'all clothes off the floor and put it in the dirty clothes basket. Go ahead.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to
Okay, David did hers.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Edwards. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And here's Smith. To the inside. Here's Robinson. Morris outside. Inside. Shoots a fader. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter. Doris, if you had a list of players with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind. James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, the Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's Barrett. Count it. Good. Barrett's got the lead up to 12 now for New York.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Now here's Edwards. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Langford misses.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period. He's been a marksman this period. Their shot mechanics finally in sync.
Here is Edwards after R.J. Barrett's bucket. Hayward from outside. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Some nice passing by New York here. It's good from long range. Smith's got 5 points so far.
Well, timing and rhythm, such a big part of shooting. Dennis Smith Jr., pretty look.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim, Doris, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
Amir.
Celtics trail by 15. At the top of the key, Tice. Edwards with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. And Hayward gets it to go.
Well, Gordon Hayward is a special talent, Kevin. This guy has got size and speed and handle, and that's a nightmare for a defender.
Over in the corner, Randall. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Hayward outside. Shot from the top of the key. That one off the back iron and out.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Down low. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 8 points.
Come here.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And this is where Langford can really improve as a jump shooter. Off the catch, looking really good on that one.
Now here is Smith. He has 5. Here's Randall. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Boston called for the foul. The Knicks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Now here's Walker. 11 points in the game.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Pass to Barrett. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
New York leading by 11. Smith outside. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, you have to absorb the bump on the jump shot, and Dennis Smith Jr. still able to deliver. That is not easy, folks.
Pass to Hayward. There's the 3. That shot misses. And New York the other way now.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Barrett. Shoots over Langford. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
Here's Ntilikina. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Here's Walker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's Barrett. Off on the layup.
That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then...
And so it's New York, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Now, here's Walker. They double-team Walker. No good.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Here's Randall. Good on the short little jump shot. Randall's got 10.
Let me change you first, okay?
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Back to Williams. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Smith outside to the right side. Here's Randall. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball.
Stop. He's going to lay down in your bed. Go lay down.
Boston making a switch here. Left side, Brown. And Barrett slams it in.
They have to be aware of Barrett. He's solid at recognizing when it's time to go for the alley-oop.
The kick out to Tatum. Boston again missing.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Now, here's Barrett. 13 points in the game. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Now, here is Smith. He has 7. Bounce pass, Robinson. To the paint. Randall down low. Trying to get open is Robinson. Randall no good. And it's Williams with the ball for the Boston Celtics. It's a 16-point game. The kick out to Tatum. Offline with his 3. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Smith surveying the D. Walker with some nice D. Celtics trail by 16. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Randall with the bucket.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Outside, Walker takes the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Williams comes with a double team. On the wing, Morris. New York moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Out to Smith. Pass to Trier. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics trail by 13. Over in the corner, Brown. Over Morris. Randall grabs the board.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Now, here is Smith. He has 7. Up top, Randall. 4 on the shot clock. Over Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
The Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
Now here's Brown. Outside Williams. Pass to Tatum. It's rebounded by New York. Now Smith. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
and the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Smith. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Robinson. Second chance shot. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For New York, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. The Celtics making a switch here. The 2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
You know, no question, Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
Here's Randall. To the middle. Smith outside. Clock at 6. And here's Morris for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And now, in his second year coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
The Knicks leading by 15. Pass to Morris. Here's Gibson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Ntilikina. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Celtics. Lets it go from deep. Morris with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. And Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Pass to Trier. Here's Gibson. Portis trying to free himself. And he recovers it. No good from Gibson.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And it's sent back by Morris.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots, that's pretty.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Ntilikina. They could use a bucket. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Frank Ntilikina Still trying to find his niche, right? You've seen him spend some time at the point guard. You've seen him on the wing. This guy has got to find the position that maximizes his impact.
Doris, as you said with Ntilikina, it's been a search to find the right role for him in the NBA.
When you're a high draft pick, Kevin, as you know, there's always expectations. And for Ntilikina, I don't necessarily think his role has been clearly defined to this point. Once he sorts that out and his offense comes along, because of his defensive prowess, I think he should be fine.
Portis can't get it to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now here's Tatum. 7 points in the game. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him, there's no doubt.
Here's Ntilikina. That shot missing. Now Boston takes it the other way.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Here's Tatum. Misses off the right iron. And here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Well, you talk about a player who is a consummate pro, Taj Gibson.
No doubt. Taj is a guy who has always approached the game from a veteran standpoint. He's a great leader, great defensive player, and in between the lines and out, you can count on Taj Gibson.
Well, you knew the Knicks were going to try and make a huge splash over the summer in free agency.
But you know this, Greg. Sometimes you swing hard at the pitch and you miss. And that's one of the problems of putting all your eggs in the free agency basket.
Here's Ntilikina. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Out to the wing. Here's Barrett. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked. Outside Williams. Tatum drives in. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Some athleticism on display. Jason Tatum, the speed, the strides on the drive.
Outside Gibson. Pass to Ntilikina. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Smart.
Well, you think back to last season for the New York Knicks. Worst team in the league. They could muster only 17 wins. But let's be frank here. This is an organization who knew the rebuild would be a process.
And for the Knicks, they knew this is part of their rebuilding process.
And I think, Kevin, they made the most of their down year. This is an organization that hit the reset button with the Porzingis trade. But the one positive is I think they found several role players they might be able to utilize in the coming years.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And that one falls for Barrett.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard slash forward who wants to keep improving.
Now here's Edwards. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Inside. Tice. And he's good on the three ball.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And here's Barrett. After Marcus Smart got his shot to go from deep. Just 2 to shoot.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots.
And so it's New York with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Outside Gibson. The three. Another shot. Pass to Barrett. And Tatum over to help. New York needs to get off a shot. And the Knicks miss again.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Here's Edwards. Off target from three-point range.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Pulls it up. And Barrett gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Here's Edwards. Randall grabs the board.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Here's Barrett. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Barrett's got 22 points.
And this is Barrett at his best. Looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Pass to Tice. Tatum on the wing. Baseline J on the way. And the shot is long. The Knicks leading by 20. Here's Knox. Edwards defending. Wasted no time on that one.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Tatum on the wing. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And Tice gets it to go.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Barrett with the ball. Trying to get open is Randall. Pass to Barrett. Back to Robinson. New York moving it around. Tries again. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Walker with a clean look. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Smith right side. 5 to shoot. And that one hits back iron. Celtics trail by 17. They double-team Walker. In the corner, Tatum with it. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Randall outside. Pass to Robinson. Back to Randall. Now, here's Barrett. Smith trying to break loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. Now Barrett. And the layup's good off the glass. Barrett's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
Pass to Tatum. Wants to get it to Smart and does. Outside Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And you look at Jason Tatum able to play either forward position. Doris, do you think his future is at the 3 or at the 4?
I think he is interchangeable at either position because his scoring can be devastating. For Jason Tatum, it's really a matter of making sure he continues to gain strength, continue to be a force and factor on the defensive end, and probably enhance his footwork around the rim a little bit.
Celtics trail by 15. Outside, Walker. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Smart. Boston again missing. The Knicks leading by 15. Here's Knox. Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time.
And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Smith outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
Outside, Smart. 3-pointer, Hayward. But they get it back. Back to Smart. Walker in the corner. Hayward outside. Fires the 3. That shot no good. So New York will take it the other way.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Barrett. And Boston with the rebound. Outside, Walker. And that one, good. Walker's got 11 points here in just the second half.